Well, we've made it through the storms, and we are down to just 9 final holes here at the 2025 MVP Music Open here in Antioch, Tennessee, right outside Nashville, the Music City. We are JKUSA commentary, Jeremy Koling, Kevin Jones. We're clean in the booth. There's no mud on our shoes right now. We're safe.
But it's been a long day. 1.5 rounds that we have been looking at today. We've got 4 guys up top right now.
Yeah,
3 of them on our card, not tired at all.
No. They are on a mission, especially Niklas, Anttila, and Gannon Burr right now from the 3rd card all the way up, just 1 stroke back of the position, the pole position.
Yeah, Gannon 2 holes ahead, just kind of keeping the pace up. This is going to be an interesting one right here. The fairway is going to be the sloppiest fairway on the course, so no footing, probably just standstills.
And it's strange, the green actually gets better.
It does.
It's like, it's this brown, but the green parts that you see at the top of the hill, they're not green anymore.
Niklas hanging it out way right here.
Yeah, that's a fine place to be.
Yeah, he's just not messing with that OB at all on the left side.
Respectable. If there's a place where you can pump the brakes a bit, it's on a hole like 10 that can just, the score can eat you up in a heartbeat.
He's hanging it out over OB, and it's back to the middle where there is no footing, but there's nowhere else to be. So in the fairway is good enough.
There's no way to avoid it. This is going to be similar to Austin's. Just fine there for Ezra, who has a solid foundation and stable balance. That is a very important set of skills you need right now.
Somehow, he slipped a little bit, but somehow doesn't just completely fall. Safe is good. That's 65 feet. It's makeable. He'll be running it.
Niklas puts the weight on the back leg, transfers it forward, and plinkos his way back to the middle of the fairway, about 100 feet short.
He'll take it, though. Inbounds is fine. He should be getting a par.
It was really crafty how he was trying to shape the shot from the standstill. Still going flippy, trying to get the full shape out of it.
He threw something really flippy.
That is just boned. That was an exquisite shot. Just hits a 2-finger wide tree. That's a total bad break. He's still got a chance, though.
Yeah, we're not aiming to miss those trees. Those are not a part of the line that we're imagining.
That is 100% correct.
And it keeps flipping.
Austin, this is very, very good.
Insane shot.
Ooh, very, 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 very good shot. He is going to be at least tied with Niklas. We'll see, probably tied for the lead after McBeth steps up to his lie. We'll see.
Yeah, most likely.
A big time to step up clutch for Turner. Oh, yeah, McBeth is way back. And a tree in the way. He's done crazier things, though, folks. That looked like decent height.
Looked just in front of it.
Does not receive the score that I feel like he was entitled to after that second shot.
Yeah, he threw a great second shot and even a great putt.
Just coming off the bogey on hole 9. Things just not quite falling into place for Ezra.
Yeah, that green is pretty sloppy, actually, though. It's pretty muddy around here.
Austin takes the magnificent birdie, and he is going to be tied at the top at 21 under. And once again, man, what you predicted early on has just come to fruition. You know, I mean, he's played at this course before. He's done, I don't even actually know how Austin's done in the past, but you called it early on that he would be doing well and that you thought he would even maybe take this one down, and he is just right there in the mix. And never having won one before, that's just a bold call. I want to say that.
I love it. Look at that scorecard from Gannon. Are you kidding me? Look how smart he is, though. Yep. Knows you don't need too much.
Just want to have a good angle.
Ooh, that skipped so much.
Okay. That got a lot of movement left. Get your heart pounding a little faster than you'd like, but the angle is quite good.
But now he slots it right through the gap. Ooh, that was awesome.
Dude is on another level right now.
He has to keep the tempo up.
Yeah, just being 2 holes ahead of the lead card, you don't really have room to give them an opportunity.
That's awesome. Great shot. He challenged the trees and got rewarded.
And this is something, if Gannon were to just birdie the rest and take this thing down.
Oh.
Well, you can't birdie the rest now. That hurts the heart. But if he birdies the rest after this hole, I don't think we've ever had a third card champion at an elite level competition before. At least not in my years. So, potential history on the line for the way he's playing right now. But that missed putt, that's going to hurt. A lot of scenarios that can play out here. So many players in the mix still.
Yeah, so Gannon at 20 under, but 2 holes ahead. So these guys have a chance to get a 3-stroke lead.
It's almost like he's at like 19 under in a way.
Right.
You know, like the way that they could birdie these next 2 holes.
Right.
So, if that makes any sense at all.
It's up to these guys. They have all the opportunity in the world. Just get a birdie, create some separation. It's up to them.
I'm saying if you're predicting that at least 1 or 2 of the guys that are ahead of him or on this card, at least one of them is going to get 1 or 2 of the next 2 holes.
Yeah.
So he is essentially an extra 2 strokes behind them.
That's true.
Niklas, he wants to be one of those guys. Needs to slow down, though.
Round 2, Niklas shot 11 under, bogeyed this hole.
Whoa.
He hit the first tree on the left and wasn't able to get up and down. Corrects today.
Pretty incredible considering the course record. Casey White, 12 under.
Yeah, and Niklas bogeyed this hole,
the
shorty, yeah.
Paul hits one of the last trees, leaving the gap. And Ezra just takes the straightest line possible at it. Hits the bucket. And, of course, in true Ezra Robinson Today fashion, rolls out of bounds. Yeah, somebody should kick that one.
I saw another shot today, pretty sure with a pink disc also, that had the exact same reaction. But it didn't go OB, so I was like, deja vu, but wait, it went all the way out of bounds. No, Ezra cannot do anything right.
Just hit the fluffy puppy dog.
This is disc golf. It's unfortunately it's not Ezra's day, but
oh my gosh, no, that is just the most brutal break. I mean, just you hate laughably unfortunate, and that's kind of what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, McBeth off the top.
McBeth does not like to be short on Sunday. You will rarely see McBeth miss short on Sunday.
Good observation. That is an unearned bogey, man. It was coming in kind of hot. Who cares? Like,
no, who cares?
If he doesn't hit the bucket, and let's just say he goes OB long, he's still 20 feet closer than where he just rolled to.
Yeah, I don't think he's OB long there. Oh,
And Niklas, an opportunity to seize the outright lead, misses the putt low. Perhaps some negative thoughts stemming back to the bogey he took on this hole earlier, or maybe just losing focus for a second. But that's the first time we've seen him gaff on a shorter putt. He's been automatic today. And you can see he feels that one. That was a gift to the 3 other players that are in the hunt.
Yeah, that was crazy. So that was 1 stroke for Gannon.
Yeah, 1 stroke for Gannon. So there he avoids one of them.
He does.
So it's almost like he's playing 1 hole ahead of them now.
That missed putt is going to hurt, though, for Gannon.
We're playing 4D chess here right now, folks, the way we're doing commentary. Keep up. Just kidding. We got to do better with our words, or I do specifically. Hole 12, par 5, 1,129 feet. You're trying to get over this tree on your second shot into this part of the fairway, and from there, you're going to have a blind approach, and you just want to miss these trees on the right side, but even hyzering into them is fine because there's a lot of gaps in those trees. What you want to avoid at all costs, going left early. That is how you spell trouble on this hole, whether it's on the tee shot, the second, or the third shot.
Exactly. Austin, with the slight edge on this hole, in my opinion, being lefty, he doesn't need to take off too much. He can be anywhere in the fairway and still get to a great landing zone on the next shot.
Sure. Yeah, being able to go full power hyzer is something the righties do not have the luxury of.
Yeah, us righties need to be a little closer to the gap so we can throw a forehand through there, or it's going to be a tough turnover. Look at that full flex from Niklas.
Just does it in the most controllable looking, I can go out and do that type of way you've ever seen. But you can't go out there and do that.
You can't.
It's just, you'd like to, but it's just so hard to be that consistent, that reliable, that repeatable.
Paul never let his disc get on Anheuser. It was a hyzer to flat the whole way, totally in control. Ezra is now unleashing. He's playing.
Yeah. We might see some fun shots on the way through hole 18. That's not fun, but he was not. He was going for the eagle.
Yes.
Going for the big tee shot to set up the eagle second shot.
All right, Paul's lining up big Anheuser. Is this anything crazier than just an Anti-Flex?
I don't think. No, I think he's just trying to slot the gap like Gannon did. But good distance and great angle for this next shot.
Amazing shot. It penetrated. It got distance. He's going to be sitting like 340 from the pin. Just a pretty easy hyzer. Austin taking advantage of being left-handed.
Is this too far or is it perfect? Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, it was. Sure was. If they have any wind right now, which I think they do, it's kind of coming at them a little bit. A little bit of a headwind here, which isn't what we've experienced in the rest of the tournament.
Niklas, once again, just rocking the Anheuser.
Well, I know what I need to practice.
I think everyone in the world needs to practice that. There's just a few players in the game that have got it, that shot in the bag like that, the way he does.
Yeah, he's done it again.
Ezra has taken his relief backwards to give him a better angle for this third shot and gets caught up. And the misadventures of Ezra Robinson, round 3, continue.
That was blasted. That was going to get way up there. Now, if he can get a putt from here, that would be a miracle.
I don't think that is
it would be a miracle.
Humanly possible to get a putt.
Worst mistake, but not important. No big deal.
Yeah. I mean, one person would argue that that was important, and then everyone else would say what you said.
Oh, how nice. How nice is that to not even have to putt, lock in your birdie, guaranteed share of the lead.
Awesome.
Paul
awesome
McBeth.
Turner. McBeth, does he match it? Yeah, he does.
Nice puddle there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nice puddle. That was going to likely skip into the brush at least a little bit.
How much of that is factored into the aiming point, I wonder?
You're not like super ready for a skip, I'm going to say. Like he's definitely aiming more left because he knows it's likely to hit mud.
Yeah, wow. That's a huge branch that has fallen on the green there. And Niklas should be able to move that if it's in his footing.
Yeah, he's inside the circle. This will be a good chance for him to have some redemption from that last putt.
And Ezra going to the forehand roller, one of his specialties. See?
Nice.
That was a great shot. Gets to the edge of the circle, just outside. He'll be up first, putting for his bogey.
Easy.
Yeah. Paul had an interesting thing to say either the last term or the tournament before, but the bogey is the easiest putt to make in the world. And they only get easier the bigger the number gets.
It's true.
Like a double bogey putt is vastly easier to a birdie putt.
That is a telling putt, in my opinion, right there.
Okay.
He just missed on the last hole, a little bit shorter. He hits it high center. He looks comfortable. I think that's pretty telling. I think he's going to be in a good position to take on the last stretch.
Have you ever seen him look stressed, though? Like, I don't think I know what a Niklas Anttila looks like when he is out of sorts.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have. I feel like I've seen him a little bit stressed.
He always, to me, appears incredibly composed, poised, and not necessarily affected by the situation. I mean,
he has really high expectations, so sometimes
he is human too.
Yeah.
That is exactly what you want off the tee. Good gap coming up for Gannon.
Slipped just a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, he'll make that one.
Yeah. Staying with Gannon now on the par 5 14th.
It's got some height on it. It's probably going to dig. Yeah.
Yeah, no ground play. How is this fairway for second shots?
Oh, it's so slick.
Even this one was bad.
Every grass is, any area of grass is just anything that's been walked on.
Yeah,
it's all so
I didn't know
slick,
if there was any reprieve from it whatsoever.
There's
on the course.
no sticky part. Like,
yeah, okay.
He slipped right there. Like, it's just, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
This course does not drain water. The tee pads don't drain water.
Awesome shot from Gannon. The high stall shot plays very well. Tap in for birdie, and the birdies continue for Mr. Burr. Yeah, confident looking putt from Niklas. I'm with you there. Only 3 pars for the day. You got a 4-way tie at the top. All right, we just saw how to play this hole from Gannon. The forehand, keeping it. I like how he didn't try to press the creek on this side here, because if you do that and you miss your shot by a little bit, you're in those cedars, you've got no shot. So give yourself a little bit of safety, play off the creek a little bit, and just hope that you get the right distance so you find one of those gaps and you have a clean second shot.
You are exactly right. It makes the second shot a little farther, but you are much happier to have an angle at the birdie as opposed
Giving yourself something.
Yeah. Let's see Austin here. Tight. It's going to be pushing into the creek like he did last round.
Yeah, but you know, if you're going to get the distance perfect, then might as well.
He has it exactly down to muscle memory. The perfect distance control.
Niklas super inside. But Oh my goodness, does he place it in the perfect place?
That's wild. I wasn't ready for that to be in the perfect spot, but there's a couple different gaps that you can get to.
He just ran off the tee box immediately to make sure that it was exactly what he wanted, and my goodness, was it ever. It's as simple of a second shot as you're going to get unless you're throwing the grenade.
It's true. Oh.
4.
Get the flare.
And the roll, and that's fine. Honestly,
yeah.
I think where catch cam is positioned is in a place where the second shot's long, but it's a good angle. And now this is a first. I've never seen the game plan for Ezra forehand on a hole, and it's happening right in front of our eyes.
Well, he's obviously got it.
Yeah, well, he's definitely got it, and Isaac does too. They just their backhand's control is so exquisite. There's no need to. It seems like most times.
Nice. These shots are like 300 feet out. It's a stock shot. Should be a pretty much automatic, and under these circumstances, you got to be focused.
Austin, a little pulled perhaps, but it looks like it's working its way back to the circle, and now it's parked. Okay, so not really pulled at all. Just judging by his body language a bit, it just seemed like he was opened up a bit quick.
Yep. I think he's going to like that, though.
Oh, yeah.
See Niklas with terrible footing here. Count it.
That's as easy as you can make the hole. And the tee shot was risking quite a bit, but man, it paid off in the end.
Yep, we got him a really easy birdie.
Ezra, maybe the smiles aren't entirely sarcastic.
Oh, he even like brought his hands to his head. He thought he blew that putt.
Yeah, he did.
Count it though.
Oh man.
That's so scary from Paul. You do not see that.
Not when he's playing his best.
Not when he's playing his best. You have seen it like lately, I guess, but not when he's at the top there.
I would say the one thing that I've noticed in terms of Paul's dominance somewhat slipping the other direction as we see Gannon up here on hole 15, excuse me. Gannon going super high. Stall, Anheuser.
Needs to get greasy. It does. We saw that last round.
Now this is a huge putt, and he doesn't have the luxury of laying up. He's got to go for it. OB looms behind.
Oh.
And he gives it a decent run.
That's the first check-in that I've seen of missed outside the circle putt.
Yep.
So I was kind of ready for that to drop.
Finishing the point about McBeth, the one thing that's not as crisp as it used to be is that his putts from even up to 120 feet and his putts from 20 feet all came into the basket nearly always the same height, nearly always the same speed.
Yep.
And he's lost a little bit of that touch. And I don't know if that's because he's changed his putter or his preferred putting angle, but the way that he putted like mid 2015 era when he was having that really dominant season, everything had a chance. And sometimes I feel like that gets a little leaky with his putt right now.
Yeah, that one was a close one. You would not see that when he's like fighting for dubs back when you're talking about.
Right. Okay. Hole 15 or 14, par 5. Up the hill.
Nothing special required for this hole.
Just keep it in the fairway, 3 shots, and you should be looking at a birdie.
Crazy. He's throwing it, literally aiming right over people's heads. But it's fun.
It is. I wonder how often that happens for righty. Like the courses are usually thought of for righties, you know?
Yeah.
Because the vast majority of players on tour are obviously right-handed. I wonder how much that affects the design on courses. And a lot of lefties in the comment are getting real angry right now. I'm sorry if I'm bringing up some trauma, but that wasn't the intention.
Can Paul put one in the fairway here? I think he's probably feeling good after that sneaky putt.
Yeah, you talked about this in round one, how if you slop in a putt, you walk away with a found sense of confidence.
I'm feeling extra lucky that day.
Yep.
Feel like it's my day.
And so many times it's just the way you frame things. It's not about the actual result itself, but the way you internalize it and how you frame it up for the next shot that you're about to take.
Yep.
And if you find a way to make that into a positive, it becomes a positive.
Paul might be thinking it's his day. He just
Power
threw
of
it
positivity.
right into the fairway. Here's Austin going to be pushing the right side of this fairway. Slipped so bad. This is where, oh no. It was, I don't know where that went out.
Well, the spotter is going to help out, but yeah, that is a huge mistake to make right now. Tied for the lead.
He's done so good all tournament of watching his feet. Paul slipped there too. They're just not ready for it, but what an angle.
Yeah, that's exactly where you want to be.
It is.
That's like place the disc in the middle of the fairway. That's where you place it. Yeah, no need to do anything special here for Niklas. Just get around the corner. A little hyzer pitch shot should be just fine.
Feels right, but it's far enough. Oh,
I think he finds a little pocket. I think he stays safe.
that's the short pocket, though. That's not a good pocket.
That's not the pocket you want to be in,
No,
but it's still workable.
I think so. I don't know what he's going to be looking at. Nice.
Okay.
Get right. Ooh, it's hyzering out, potentially OB.
Who knows what the disc is? It's so hard to track that stability.
Nope. It's all good. Didn't make it to
Yeah.
the OB, I don't believe.
Hyzer's out. The crowd loves it. Like I said, I think the smile that we saw on the last hole, I think it's just him saying, all right, man, let's just,
For sure.
why stress out now?
Yeah, he knows it's not his day. He's lead card. He's going to have a good time.
This needs to just avoid the OB around the corner
It does.
in a great way.
And it doesn't leak OB this time like it did in round 2. He can get up and down for par. That's huge.
As he did in round 2. He saved his par putt. So Niklas, yeah, he's got room to work with. He's trying to cheat the corner over the top.
Oh, yes. No, Niklas was in the correct spot. I just had a weird look at it. Like, that's a 300-foot flick from there.
Okay.
Pretty stock.
It nearly rings it up for eagle. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Lawn darts here.
Yeah, it's not too hard. That's just a short little chip shot. You just got to be focused. This is Ezra coming from the woods.
And sure. Has that left for the birdie. Austin to save par. Important putt.
I know he's feeling it right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Gets it in there. It was left side, a little shaky,
A
but
little sloppy.
has good pace.
Yeah. Mocks the putt going in. See that I almost feel like
Nice, Niklas.
with him mocking the putt, I look at that psychologically thinking that he's framing that in a, oh, I don't like how that went in way, but not in the way that you look at it and it's like, oh, this could be my day.
It's tough to say. Like, you don't necessarily wear your emotions on your sleeve. Yeah, I see that, but there's no telling what's going on in his head.
Truly.
Surely he's thankful he made the putt and that he has still has a great chance at the tournament.
Well, yeah, he's just one back. He only loses a stroke to Niklas and McBeth, who now are at the top. Gannon onto 16 at 22.
He's giving this the height to try to make this, I think.
Well, he ain't going to make that one, but he's going to make the next one.
I think it's in his mind, though. I think he's like, I'm going to try to, at least run this. But unsuccessfully parked it. Parked it on accident.
Well, if he's going to continue to shoot like this, maybe he should consider injuring himself while stretching out more often, because this is a special round he is putting in right now. He is 13 under through 16 holes, the same pace that Niklas is on right now. Only 3 pars on the day. Just silly.
It is coming down to the wire. Every shot is going to be massive.
Hole 15, par 3. Don't miss right. You can be in some trouble there. And the more important, more readily made miss is the miss left and high and long with the forehand.
Yeah, the right OB is tough to reach with all the trees and the brush blocking it.
It just becomes a natural OB.
Yeah, it does. Niklas going sidearm here should tell you something.
This is going to be inside.
Could work. Could absolutely work. That tree's so airy.
You know what?
It's not bad, but
not bad.
It's a very awkward spot. It's
that scary spot where if you get enough to go in, you could also find OB if you miss the basket.
Wow, that turned over on him a little bit. Needs to slow down. It's OB.
Oh, it's way OB. My goodness, that really picked up speed going down the hill.
The lefter you go, the faster that OB comes, and he turned it over, and it just didn't even have a chance.
Huge mistake for McBeth. Advantage Niklas now, and an opportunity for Austin to get back in a tie or overtake McBeth here with a potential birdie. Short arms it.
It's inside also. It's scared of that OB. He's like, I don't want to be OB. Yeah. And you've seen these inside shots work and get birdies. It's just like an accident that's easy to happen.
Great touch.
The worst thing that's going to happen if you early release and throw it inside like that is you hit that tree and you drop straight down and you pitch up for your 3.
Not what you're looking for, but this has been proving to be a difficult par 3. Austin, I'm sure that was a layup, but it came off like a run.
Definitely was a layup, and that's definitely more than he wanted to have.
All right. Can McBeth save the par? Dig deep. Clutch up. Oh, it had a lot of promise. Never quite had the height, but that thing was hyzering in at the end.
I promise he tried not to leave that short. No way Niklas drops it in there like that, dude.
Niklas Anttila from 60. What?
That's how you do it. You don't lay up. You give a putt a chance that if it airballs, it's going nowhere.
And then the drive-by air fist bump to Austin Turner while he runs by.
Did he?
Austin to save the par. That's a clutch putt.
Yeah, I'm fist pumping for him. This is what you want to see. Clean it up. Take it to the next hole. Hole 17 is even 16 is a potential 2-stroker. Niklas got a flick here. Like, it's all in his hands, but if Niklas gets lazy with the forehand, quick 2 strokes.
Well, that was a really quick 2 strokes for Niklas as McBeth leaks his drive OB and he steps up huge. Now the ever important 17th for Gannon. Goes for the high spike.
Got over the trees. Wow. Oh my goodness. That was, you just have no idea what that shot looks like if you're watching TV. You have no idea.
Got to stand on that tee and see how weird it is.
He made that. Oh, off that tree is so scary. It's hanging out of bounds.
It very easily could hit the wrong branch and stay OB, and he just advances like 100 less feet and add the extra stroke.
It's over at that point.
It's over for him. Now it is most certainly not over for Gannon Buhr on third card, trying to do something we have never seen before. But Niklas Anttila has something to say about it.
Ben's a pro who spent $25 on his premium driver and threw it 413 feet, which means he spent about 6 cents per foot for his shot. Matt's a total noob, but he only spent $5 for his premium driver on discountdiscgolf.com. He throws his 213 feet, which means Matt only spent 3 cents per foot for his shot, making him the clear winner in this distance battle. Cheap discs are better. It's science.
Not a hole you can afford to miss at this point in the tournament. Hole 16 is a straightforward 304-foot par 3 with OB right here on the cedar on the right side and the prominent OB on the left side of the fairway, but it's just a slight Anheuser flick with an overstable fairway. Let it crash onto the muddy green, let it stick, let it slop, whatever you got to do, get it on the green, get your 2 and walk away.
It's time for Niklas to stick a dagger in.
He now can officially say he controls his destiny
with the skip,
with the stroke lead that he's got right now. And I think this is the first time he's had the outright lead over McBeth.
Wow.
He had the opportunity with the putt back on 11. Well thrown.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're counting Niklas as a birdie here, right? He's 15 feet less.
I would say more than likely, a 98% chance to make that birdie. This is going to sit nice.
That's what he needed.
Okay. 4 drives that you'd expect on hole 16. Just everyone's got to focus in and knock down some short range putts. Good pace for Ezra, in for the birdie. Still an opportunity to jump some spots coming in. As the lead card, can still salvage a, oh boy.
Yeah, the putt is a little shaky for Paul.
He didn't seem phased by that one, but that was a little left side. Lefter than he would like. Austin, 2 back.
So Niklas, 2 strokes right now.
Mm-hmm. And on to the 18th. Gannon Buhr, a chance to just absolutely shred course record here.
Oh, it's
Whoa.
Overturned.
What on earth?
It's a headwind today, Jerm. It's like a 5-10 mile per hour headwind. Nobody's practiced this wind.
Oh my gosh.
It's different discs for everybody. It's going to shake things up.
Well, thank you so much for your service, Gannon Buhr. You're no longer needed. That ends his chances.
It does, but what a great push.
Oh my gosh.
Keeps doing it.
It's a heartbreaking one because, I mean, he really was at the edge of an opportunity to do something no one's ever done before. He still has a little work left to save the par. He'll send that one in there. But he'll be thinking about that putt on the par 5. He'll be thinking about the drive here on 18 and the opportunity that he had with that round. He could have shot 16 under.
It's true.
Very close. And Niklas Anttila now officially has a 2-shot lead on the card with just 2 holes remaining. This is a tough one. This is a hole that presents an opportunity for a 2-stroke swing.
It definitely does. Like, if you're Niklas here, first things first, you got to beat that Mando. Number 1, get around the Mando and get somewhere into that short side fairway. Niklas is usually going low flick off the tee here from what I've seen. I expect him to do the same exact thing with that purple disc that he's been throwing. Let's see where he puts it. He's running to see his shot right out of the hand.
It is opportunity galore for Paul and Austin at this point. That is a no birdie situation.
It is.
And there's no reason for him to press for the birdie either. Like, if there even is a gap in there, he's not going to try to take anything aggressive, and I don't think there is a gap in there.
I don't think so.
Ezra just pushes it long enough to stay on the edge and have an opportunity to play for the pin.
Dang, Austin will be getting a birdie here. Oh, it's I think it's good. Did it go long, actually?
It's deep in there, but on like the edge. Like it's deep as in long, but not
okay.
Not as far in as Anttila.
And Paul's is pushing straight too, I think.
Oh, but he stays on the edge and is in great position.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yep.
It's going to be slick. Like, to get a full power hyzer and keep your feet, it's going to be hard.
All right, Ezra, modified run up. Maybe actually a good thing that he went long and found the rocks there because the soil perhaps a little bit easier to trust.
Nice.
Drops it.
So they got a little bit of a right to left. So the hyzer is going to be a little bit helped. Is Paul going to go straight? It looks like he's lining up straight. I mean, that was a huge hyzer from Ezra.
Big. A lot of power.
This is going to be safe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yep. Pin high, left of the basket. Call it 36 feet. Great opportunity.
Okay. Niklas doesn't have a punch through the trees on the left. He's going to go right. Annie's to a pretty manageable up and down. He's like under 300 feet, looking straight at it. This is a shot that he has very often.
Yeah, he just puts himself in a comfortable distance. It's good disc golf. And there's Austin going standstill up the hill, just full muscles this one.
Wow, that was amazing.
Awkward stance and makes the most of it. Still had to get through a layer of the limbs and gives himself 29 feet for the birdie. So important. That puts the pressure on Anttila to put this one close and secure the par.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Drops it
Why
down.
did it not just sit? It skipped. Should be just digging.
Yeah, it leaves a little bit on the table.
I mean, that's more than I would want.
Big time putt.
Oh, it rose. The wind.
Yeah. Okay.
So Paul going to be down 2 at least.
At least. Unless Niklas does not clean up his par.
Right.
Austin, opportunity to get within 1, and he comes up short with the tailwind.
That's big time for this tournament. Niklas puts this in, and then he puts one inbounds on 18, and it's over.
Big putt here into the headwind. Left side in.
It's awesome. It's that nose down. That's why those fall.
That was such a huge putt. And the opportunity that McBeth and Turner had going into 17 ends up being squandered on the putting green. They weren't easy putts, but those are the ones you got to make.
Yeah, that was an opportunity to get to 1 stroke and just bring it into 18.
Now, Niklas going into 18 has an opportunity to rewrite history once again. He being the first Finnish player to ever win a Disc Golf Pro Tour event on American soil, and then backing up his title at Open Austin 2 weeks ago. Now he can be the first European player to ever go back-to-back wins on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Forgive me if Simon ever did that in that 4-tournament win season he had. I don't think he ever won back-to-back.
I don't know, but how proud are you Finns?
It's got to be a huge... I mean, how could they be more proud? But Niklas has given them so many reasons to really just love disc golf right now.
Yes. All right, Niklas. Niklas needs to throw it hard, get this thing inbounds, throw it far and straight. Big spike hyzer is what I would probably opt for, but I don't know. He might just try to park the hole.
It's the only shot you've really practiced.
Yeah.
You don't go into 18 practicing the how can I play the safe par.
Right.
That the only place that's ever reserved for is hole 18 at the Beast and at USDGC. Playing a strange game of Plinko is Ezra Robinson, having some fun.
He's been doing that all day.
Yeah, most of the time he's been on the wrong side of the skip, bounce, and roll.
All right, Niklas. This is a slick tee box. Like, one thing, just make sure you don't slip.
Forces the hyzer the whole way.
Gets it flipped up and it's over.
It's
over.
It's just too good. That is just too consistently good to beat.
Ball game.
Well, it's going to take the holy shot times 5 at this point.
That's true, actually.
McBeth and Turner have an opportunity to ace, and that's it. And that's not going to go in.
Just a little short, but
quite a bit. Somewhere in the range of a long way short, actually.
It's a hard ace run today. The really slick tee box, the headwind, you can see it's like 10, 15 miles per hour now.
And look at this. This is doing exactly what we saw from Gannon just a moment ago. Turning, never hyzering back in time. OB early for McBeth. I mean, huge opportunity here for Austin to take solo second, something he's never done before in a Disc Golf Pro Tour event. It's not even a straightforward up and down.
No, it's not.
He made it look that way, but...
Well, he's at circle's edge with the headwind.
It's Austin 100 feet short. Got a little forehand chip shot and does quite well with it.
Nice. Gotta love it. What a great showing.
No kidding. But once again, the story of the week. Well, the story of the week this week was the storms. But the storm from Finland is Niklas Anttila coming in here and just taking down titles.
Wow.
2 of them in a row.
He knows when to celebrate. He knows it. He knows so much.
One of my favorite players to watch in the sport of disc golf of all time. And he's out here doing it.
He shot a 2 under first round.
Ezra slings that one in there.
Actually, could be wrong, but I shot 2 under, and I played with him for the second round. So,
okay, McBeth for the bogey. It's going to be a double for McBeth. So now this putt. Oh boy. Well, fortunately, didn't matter.
that's nice.
That if McBeth makes that bogey putt, that miss for Austin would have cost him probably $1,000.
Yeah, I don't think he would have been too worried about it.
So it's going to be solo second place for Austin Turner. But the win and the celebration goes to this man right here, the Nordic phenom, Mr. Niklas Anttila. Feeling like a bad boy right now. He's got a couple of cowboy hats and a Gibson guitar.
He does have a couple cool trophies.
He's going to be adopted by the South here pretty quick. That is a gorgeous trophy.
For me, I'm pretty light, so the slippery ground is not too bad from like my throwing style. I also like to throw a lot of standstill, so that also helps. And then I think in the end of the round it was way more windy than in the beginning of the round, so just taking more overstable disc and relying on those, that was the key today. I'm a big Paul McBeth fan. I have been since 13 years old. He inspired me to play this game of disc golf and really learn how to control the disc. So to play against him today and battle against him and also Austin was a privilege, and I'm really honored, and I feel like I don't even know how I was able to win after shooting 2 down on the first round, but here I am again. Feels crazy. Putt on what, hole 15 I think, from like 60 feet I think. I saw that Paul went OB on that hole, and that was like my time to shine, to get a 2-stroke lead going into pretty easy 16 and then 17 and 18, so that was the big moment for me for sure.
You notice when he made the putts on 17-18 last year at the Open of Austin, you saw some incredible emotion, and I mean, and for good reason for him, chasing something that had never been done by a Finnish player. And then when he did it again this year at the Open of Austin, he celebrated quite a bit. This celebration here, he's getting used to it, and that's a scary thing for the field. Niklas Anttila fitting into that role of being the champion and the favorite.
I love it. He's not out there yelling in anybody's face. Like, he's just out there doing work.
The quiet assassin. And he was dressed for it today too. In the all black, he meant business coming in here today. And he showed the course who's boss. Ties course record with Gannon Burr, who bogeys the final hole. In the end, it wouldn't have made a difference either way. The birdie would have got him to 25, and it still would have not been enough for Niklas today. Just, he had it.
Yeah, he did. This was a crazy event with all the weather and just the situations that was going on.
24 under in the final 2 rounds. So you're right. He did shoot 2 under in the first round, showing that if you have resolve, you can come back and take these things down. I mean, just an incredible comeback for him. And he's got some serious momentum heading to Kansas City, which comes up in 2 weeks.
It's going to be great.
Kevin, thank you so much for joining us in the booth. You've been amazing this week. The fans loved it. JK USA is hot right now. We're digging that one.
I hope to do it many more times.
We hope to have you, buddy. Thank you guys so much for watching this week. We got through. We got to play all 3 rounds, which was a little bit precarious at times, but we did it. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Jomez booth for the 2025 Music City Open. Like we said just a moment ago, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks for the Kansas City Wide Open. Until then, go out, play some disc golf. We'll see you next time.